So you don't like having friends, you don't like having a girlfriend, and you want to be rejected by your entire family. And therefore you're looking for a new MMO to play in 2023, and you're considering playing Wrath of the Lich King Classic, but you're worried about it being too late and falling behind everyone. Well, today I'm going to put everyone's mind at ease. I think the three things that people are most concerned about when starting late is, can I get geared up fast enough? Can I level up fast enough? And am I going to be able to find a guild? And we will cover those three topics in the video. Personally, I think it's rarely too late to even play World of Warcraft unless it's the last month of the expansion, or you're playing a Season of Mastery server, because these servers actually do shut down. Just before we jump in, guys, please do me a solid, like and subscribe to the video, and also consider checking out my second channel, MetaGoblin. I've got a really cool mod list over there for the Elder Scrolls Oblivion if you want to check that out. But anyway, let's carry on. There's absolutely no need to worry about falling behind now, because there's so many catch-up mechanics. Blizzard have made changes so that the game throws gear at you more than YouTube throws Asmongold React videos onto your homepage. Let me give you a rundown. So, first of all, heroic dungeons now drop badges of valor, and then in later phases they are going to drop, conquest and then eventually triumph. Heroic plus dungeons are now dropping 10-man raid loot. Phase 1 10-man raids like Nax are dropping 25-man loot, and these 10-mans are really easy. They're even easier than Heroic Plus, to be honest, and 25-man loot just drops an insane amount of loot. It will drop over 25-man loot, but like double the amount. So it's just so easy to get geared up in these Phase 1 25-man raids. You also have VOA runs, which are really easy as well, and you can get Phase 2 tier pieces, all the tier pieces and PvP pieces. They're not ideal for PvE, but they're okay. And it's fine because most morons just look at your gear score now anyway. And obviously, while you're doing all of these things, you're going to be farming badges of valor from many different sources, and the valor vendor gear is very good. And even some of the badges of heroism pieces will be very good also. There's also a lot of BOEs to buy very cheaply. You really don't need that much gold. They're kinda in the ballpark of 1,000 gold. By the time you level up to max level, you're probably gonna have about 5,000 to 7,000 gold just lying around. If you have a bit more gold, you can obviously buy Ulduar crafted gear. Now, the best way to actually farm gold in the game right now is very easy. You make a Nightail female character, then offer to stroke your feet on the weary traveller as they pass by. Ulduar 10-man is also a thing, and it's very easy. It's a great entry raid for you to get stuck into. Once you have about 4k gear score, pugs will start letting you in. And obviously this will gear you up for 25-man mode. You also get badges from finishing quest chains in Iceground and Storm Peaks. And this will help you get geared for these Heroic Plus dungeons, because remember, these Heroic Plus dungeons really are on an equal level to 10-25-man raiding in Phase 1, because they are that difficult and they do actually require some really good DPS and a good tank. You can get away with a low geared healer, but it's just going to be oomed quite a lot. Every mob's health and damage is buffed, plus there is an affix. What is an affix, you may ask, if you're unfamiliar with the system? It's more of a retail thing. Well, first of all, it's a pretty good example of a game developer being too exuberant with a Thesaurus, but essentially it's an extra mechanic added to all the mobs and bosses. Like for instance in Gundrak, there's boiling blood on the floor you have to kite the mobs out of, otherwise the mobs gain a lifesteal effect, and if they hit you, they will heal to full health. And once this has happened over 10 times, the tactic is to then drive your fist through the monitor and throw your PC out of a window. Extra points if you hit a chaved up Golf GTI. You may also be worried about whether you're going to level up in time and how long it takes. Well, leveling is much faster in Wrath of the Lich King Classic. In fact, it's faster than a classic WoW pug being disbanded after one wipe. First of all, there's 30% less XP required to hit max level. Group Finder makes it easier to do dungeons for those big juicy dungeon quests, and obviously grinding dungeons is also a great way to get XP. If you're looking to level up extremely fast in under 4 days playtime, definitely recommend checking out the Rested XP add-on. The add-on shows you the best questing route to get the most XP per hour, and also shows you where you can pick up extra secret quests for more XP, not to mention all of the death skips and log out skips. Another thing I'd recommend is checking out my alt power leveling guide. Now, I do talk obviously a lot about heirlooms, and if you're a returning player and don't have heirlooms yet, just skip that section. But I go through all of the best leveling methods like solo dungeoning, AoE farming, all of the good stuff like that, and also consumable recommendations to make your character more powerful and therefore obviously level up faster. Now, another thing that speeds things up is the class quests have been made irrelevant. You can get everything from the trader now, so you no longer have to spend a large amount of time going to get a certain ability. And obviously later on, when you do have heirlooms, they obviously speed up the leveling by 20%. Another thing people worry about is, am I going to be able to get a guild? I can tell you for a fact, every single guild on my server right now, and it's a pretty big server, is recruiting because there was a massive drop-off of players. This is because many retail players played Wrath of the Lich King Classic on launch, but when people started talking to them and having social interactions with them and being nice to them, they ran away in fear because they can't deal with being inside a cozy, close-knit community and nobody talking about their passes for longer than 7 seconds. But in all seriousness, there were many in the Dragonflight waiting room playing Wrath of the Lich King Classic, so now many guilds have a drop-off of their roster and are looking for new players. Just before I jump off the video, guys, normally when you subscribe to a channel you get absolutely nothing in return, but on my channel we have many subscriber only videos and guides. Be sure to just check out the channel page after you have subscribed. But anyway, until my next video, ciao.